Find pleasure in your day. I noticed today that my little guy was feeling a bit different. I think he misses our dog, Bailey. And so I decided to allow him to spend some time with me. And normally in the morning, he likes to be by himself, he likes to be left alone. But you can tell he is very comfortable being here. And it gives me pleasure to give love to him. So when I talk about bringing pleasure to your day, it's about doing what you love. You see, so many times we think we were born to come into this planet to work. And how many people out there hate what they do? Most hate what they do. This is the perspective I've got. Instead, the greatest thing is find out what you love. Do what you love. And when you do that, you'll have pleasure in your day. Or in whatever you're doing, pleasure is simply a quality. Pleasure is a perspective. And when you look at life with a pleasure perspective, you can find pleasure in just about anything. And it comes all back to this, gang: personal responsibility. How you see the world is how you'll experience the world. I know that there's a void in my life after I lost Bailey yesterday. There's a void in my family's life after we lost Bailey today. It's real interesting. Toby here sensed it. And so the love that I was giving Bailey that's now not there, I can see I can give some to this guy, I can give some to other things. There's always a place to bring love. Here's a key thing: there's a gift in everything. And when you're looking for the gift in everything, you're living a life filled with pleasure. Because what's your pursuit? The gift. It's not pursuing what's missing in your life. Because if you're pursuing what's missing in your life, you're saying to the universe, I'm missing something. And when you miss something, guess what? You become a consciousness of missing. And so you'll find you're missing money, you're missing health, you're missing relationships, you're missing connection. Don't be someone who misses out on life. You bring to every situation you're in the emotions, the feelings that you desire to have. It's your choice. It's always your choice. I know yesterday was a very emotional day for Jean, myself, and my son, Stephen. Very emotional day. When you lose a dog that you've loved, that you've shared 12 years of pleasure with, it is painful. However, how you go through it and how you share going through it can create a pleasurable outcome. So what happened with Bailey, it brought Jean, Stephen, and I closer together. Completely closer together. We shared in the love there. Because we were with the dog all of her life. This one here, my bird doesn't know anything but itself. It is the most narcissistic bird. It's all about its pleasure. And it does what it wants, when it wants. And you can't force it because it'll bite you. If I do something it doesn't like, it's going to let me know. And I know that. But at the same time, I balance that with the joy that I receive from giving this little guy love. Just so you know, this little guy's been with me this December. In 1 month, this little guy has been with me 41 years. Can you imagine having someone 41 years? I'll bet my relationship with my bird is longer than most of you have been married. That's funny. Laura says the message at Unity on Sunday was, there's a blessing thing in everything we experience. And thank you, Laura. There is, because life is a two-sided coin. There's always two sides to everything. Always two sides. And when you understand that, it's just so easy. Now, see, you can tell he's in a loving mood because normally he's not this easy. He makes you work for giving it love, for receiving. The key thing is he knows when he needs to receive and he allows it. Do you know when to receive? Have you taken time to sit back and meditate? I know some of you have because you're with me in the mornings meditating. Meditation is a pleasure because you're connecting with the higher self. You're clearing away all the nonsense perceptions that you've created about your day. Remember, everything you think is an opinion. Everything. Everything. It's your label of what you see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. It's your perception. And you filter it through all the thoughts, crazy and non-crazy, that you ever have. So if you understand that, you realize that you can change the perception because you created your current current perceptions. And when something happens, you flutter like Toby just did. Get yourself back on base. Just because you're missing the mark in a moment doesn't mean you don't change. You can change like this. But you don't always change like this because there's a process. For example, grieving. It's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. And so you accept it as the process and you find the good in it. Do you know why you find good in grieving? Because you have to go into your heart. You have to go into your heart. When you go into your heart, you're going to love. And when you're going to love, nothing's better. Because grieving, as Rumi said, God will break your heart over and over and over and over until you leave it open. Why wait to have your heart broken infinite numbers of time? Why not start today to live with an open heart? I promise when you do, you'll find the pleasure you've been looking for. Make it your best day ever. Much love and aloha.